Over the years, we have had many different symbiote designs for Spider-Man. We've had mainly just black white versions of like the respective iteration. For example, Spectacular Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Basically all of those symbiote suits are just the classic respective iteration of their suit, but in black and white, with of course like, you know, a different logo for the symbiote. There's more examples, I'm sure, but I can't think of any others off the top of my head at the moment. But we've also had other symbiote designs like, you know, Agent Venom. I know that's not necessarily Spider-Man, but you get the point. With that, the recent reveal of Insomniacs Symbiote Spider-Man design is pretty controversial. And while I don't necessarily love the costume, I've come to understand why they designed it the way they did, but also why I think they should change it and what they should change it to. So with that, let's talk about Insomniacs Symbiote Controversy. Before we get into today's video, do you enjoy watching Spider-Man content on YouTube? If so, you found the perfect channel to join. For an affordable price of only $2 a month, you can get exclusive access to priority reply to comments, these cool custom badges I made myself, as well as some Spider-Man emojis. But wait, there's more! And lastly, you can get early access to content. If any of that sounds interesting, what are you waiting for? Join today. Thank you for your time. Back to your regularly scheduled content. So I have a lot of thoughts on this costume after sitting on it for a minute and just really thinking about it. The main two problems people are having with this costume are two things. One, the armory look, and two, the texture of the suit, looking too alien. So first, let's talk about the more alien texture first. I disagree with this completely. I love the alien looking texture. I think that's absolutely fine. And it makes a lot of sense, especially considering like a lot of times in media, we just literally get a black version of whatever suit instead of them changing it as far as the texture and the look of the suit goes. Like the examples I mentioned earlier, Tobey, Web of Shadows, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s. And granted, the symbiote suit is essentially simplifying the design of Spider-Man. Even in the comics, when it was introduced to like literally simplify Spider-Man's design, because lazy motherfuckers did not want to draw all those goddamn web lines on his costume. No, I'm joking, not lazy. Because like I imagine that shit takes time. But the point is that the symbiote costume is a simplified version of Spider-Man's original design, very minimal, clean looking. So if they ended up doing literally just a black version of the advanced suit, that shit would have sucked probably. I mean, like, we've seen fan concept art of it, and I don't know, most of them look pretty fugly, so thank God we did not go that route. Thank God Insomniac did not do that. But as well, the alien look is a good thing, I believe, mainly because the combat with the symbiote, like, just look at the fucking gameplay. It's alien-like with the tendrils, and it's very fluid and stuff. So I think the alien texture works and makes sense. Also, random quick sidebar, I think part of why they revealed the symbiote suit is because they weren't exactly confident in the design. Like they were they were pretty confident in it, but they wanted to test the waters to see what fans thought of it type shit. I think that's why they revealed it instead of saving it for a surprise. I think the textures of the suit are fine. I'm kind of iffy on the brain looking texture or like the flesh looking texture. I feel like maybe if they did something like this is from Amazing Lucas. If you watch him, he did this in Photoshop. This is from one of his latest videos, I think. I think maybe this could work, I don't know. But personally, if it were me, I would just completely get rid of that whole brain flesh looking texture and go with the full avocado texture all around the suit. That would work, I think. Some people think it wouldn't work if it weren't like this, but I disagree on that. Maybe something like this. I made this in Photoshop. I know I suck, but this is about as good as I could get it. I don't be in Photoshop as much as I used to, so like I forgot how to do some things. I fucked up like the lighting on the left side right here. But I got rid of the lines, I replaced the brain flesh texture with just the avocado texture as best as I could. But yeah, I think something like this would work very well and still keeping like the main design that they have. And I feel like it's still pretty distinct for Insomniac. When you see it, you'll think, oh yeah, that's Insomniac symbiote suit. Which, speaking of lines, let's talk about the armory look of the suit and, well, the lines on it. So ultimately, I do not like these lines. The way it looks like armor, shoulder padding, whatever, I don't like it. No. Because the symbiote does not need that. The symbiote is usually strong enough to handle anything besides fire and loud sounds. why would it need armor? Or to even look like armor for that matter? I don't really see a necessary need for that. And also keep in mind, symbiote design is supposed to be minimal. This is not minimal. This is like slightly overcomplicated. This isn't majorly overcomplicated. This is just slightly overcomplicated in my opinion, as far as like design wise goes or whatever. And like again, overall I think it's just unnecessary. But however, let me tell you why they designed it this way. And this isn't me defending the look of the suit. I literally just told you that I don't prefer the armory look. And also, you don't have to like the suit either, just like me. But let me tell you why they designed it like this. So let's look at all of the villains we have got so far in this universe. No, even though he does get armor later on. Oh god, no! Here we go. Okay, so let's start with the Vulture. Look at this man. Tell me what you see. All I see is tech and armor. Let's move on. Electro. Keep in mind, this man has actual superpowers. Like basically, he's literally living electricity. But what's that on his suit right there? Zoom in. Okay, a little more. Nope, not there. Yep, right there. That's armor. Let's move on to the next one. Shocker. Nothing but armor and padding. Next one, Rhino. What's that? Tech and armor. Scorpion. What's this? Tech, base suit, mechanical tail. Are you seeing the common ground here? Almost the whole Insomniac universe is kind of like just very grounded, but with tech and armor based designs. Very metallic, realistic designs. Comic accurate Rhino is usually just a big dude in a huge oversized Rhino suit of armor. But like that's sort of what Insomniac did, but it's more tech than armor, I think at least. Same with Scorpion, usually just a suit, but his is heavily tech based in this universe as well. Dude, even Kraven has some form of like Kevlar armor or some shit, which like fair enough, he needs that to go against Spider-Man since he's just a regular guy from our knowledge at least. He doesn't have any powers. Spider-Man's classic suit was just spandex in this universe, but then he upgraded it to the more armory, like tech white parts around his costume. So with that, the current Insomniac symbiote design technically in universe does work with the armory padding look. But does that work visually and aesthetically like pleasing as far as fan reception goes? Not really. I would say like half the audience probably doesn't like it and then the other half seems to like it, because I've seen some people praise it. Honestly, I wouldn't see any harm in literally just taking out the lines and maybe the flesh brain parts out too. No, honestly, screw that. The flesh brain parts, whatever, I can deal with that. That's fine. The lines need to go though, in my opinion at least. So with that, what do you think of the controversy behind the symbiote suit in Marvel Spider-Man 2? Make sure you comment your opinion down below so I can discuss all that with you in the comment section. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you're new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.